catch this before I lost. But my girl in Senegal sent me some beautiful words today. She called me her. It's for you, baby. much I like the words you sent me. I didn't like you having them, though. I don't have none here. Now what God tell me to unveil. You're going to love me. You're going to follow this light in me. Or you're not going to be with me. Do I love you? Hell yeah, I love you. Obedience is better than sacrifice to you and the world. Because I love you, I play this music to you, knowing that they're 3-minute people. I lay my life on the line for what I love. I'm faithful to what I love. I'll hurt something over what I love, but I won't be disrespected by what I love. Not at this point in my life. You either put your face down in the earth next to me, and when I get up in calm, you get up in Qiyam. When I get in Sajda, you go down in Sajda. You do not lead me. You are to cover me, to know me. And to know whatever I say to you, it comes from a higher source than me. You don't know that, then you're not able to love me. I can only love you. And if these words offend you, then you don't love me at all. She is not meant to walk in back of me. She's meant to walk beside me. When I go to the right, she goes to the right. When I go to the left, she goes to the left. Then tell me which direction to go in, or question the direction that the Almighty is guiding me in. This is not a democracy. This is a theocracy. And this they don't want. And this is why they have chaos in their lives, in their homes, in their community, in their cities, in their nation, and now this whole planet. Because it has turned its eyes away from the divine guidance. Yes, I love you. More than love itself. But my love is not of this world. Neither is it of the flesh for you. Though we can have those twins, you better get them now while the getting is good. And if you're not able to stand with me in war by my side, you stay where you are. Stay where other cowards are. Stay where those who betrayed their covenant with me are, who told me that was their family, I was mine, and told me this and took me out of my family. Mom fought to Bar's house and then betrayed everything that they said because they collect people and they throw them away. Wallahi, I don't wish no harm on that brother, but if he don't repent, God shall throw him and everything about him away. I hope you enjoy my music, and I hope you hear it on a quality system. And I hope you send me my photo. How many times do I have to ask you for it? I do what I say. I say what I mean. Because his word said to me, why is it that you say that which you do not? Quite odious in the sight of Allah is it that you say what you do not do. That's what it said to me. And I know he didn't write it because he could not read or write, and nothing that right would ever be of Satan. Yes, I love you, but my love is hard love. Because that's what it takes for certain hard-headed people like me and you to wake up. To all my lovers, my mystic brothers, I love you back. I thank you for posting, for trying to save this page. One or two of you. For my son Shola, for my Mystic Rose Garden. I thank God for you. For Deborah when you post. I thank God for you. God thanks you. Because I really don't want to have anything to do with this page anymore. I feel betrayed by people that say they're my friend. You ever felt betrayal? You know that station? It'll either kill you or it'll make you so great the sun won't be able to sustain your shine. Satan knows that, doesn't he? My posts break no rule. They're too beautiful. They're too original. Too much written by the most dangerous thing in America is a black man with a mind that can think. This is what Dr. Paul Mooney said. He's a comedian. They laugh. The most dangerous thing in America is a black man with a creative mind. He didn't say creative, I said that. He said with a mind that can think. I said with a creative mind that can think. They're not threatened by a regular mind. Threatened. People are threatened. It's not white people. It's the evil spirit. It is threatened. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. St. Paul told you that. Don't tell me that don't apply to me because I'm Muslim. It don't apply to you until you understand the meaning of the word Muslim and the word Islam. But this is what the great master was saying to that man that day who asked him what was the greatest commandment. He was telling him in a way he could understand. Total surrender. Total. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God. Thou shalt love Yahweh, he said to him. The Lord thy God. With all your heart. With all your mind. With all your soul. With all your strength. With all your strength. With all your soul. And you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Fold it up. Poop, 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 whoop. Whoa, whoop. Perfect square cube. His brother Muhammad came 600 years later, I think. 400, 300. You who read all the time but have no knowing, you know the number. He said, until you want for your brother and sister the same exact thing you want for yourself, you are not even a believer in what you call God. I'm not a prophet. That station is sealed. He is the Kadim of all prophecy that you've been taught against, like I was. He said something in Deuteronomy about raising up a prophet like unto Moses from among your brethren. They asked John, are you the prophet? He said, no. That's the one you keep calling Jesus, and there was no J in the Aramaic or the Hebrew that he spoke, thought of, read. Yes, Yahweh Shai, are you that prophet? He said, no. That prophet was yet to come. If you deny one, you deny them all. Mantle billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rasulihi. Ooh. I believe, mantle billahi, in only one God, the creator of heaven and earth. Wa malaikatihi, I believe in all the holy angels. wa kutubihi. I believe in all of the revealed books. Wa rasulihi. I believe in all of the divinely sent messengers, you say. But have you surrendered your total being? When you said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Why do you still belong to you? Why are they still your eyes, your nose, your lips, your mouth? You call yourself a follower of him who gave his total being to God that you keep calling Jesus. Listen to me clearly. They that would be closest to you will be those among you that you call Christian. It says something to that effect in the Holy Quran. I don't understand why there are Muslims killing Christians in this world. They must not be reading the same Quran I'm reading that said he would protect it from in front and from in back. There are no versions of the Holy Quran. Why have you been taught against such a book? Why are you so scared? Because they put that fear in you. Read both books. Read all the books. Mantle billahi wa malikati wa kutubihi wa rasulihi. Where's my manuscript? This music is to my girl in Senegal. And for those who got patience, who can listen, this music to my baby, who wrote me and told me she loved me, and I posted and she got angry. What do you hide? So people need to know I'm loved by somebody in this world, so the rest of those that don't love me can keep that away from me. question, though, baby. So very well. But I know you could. You try to feel like you could, right? You wrote, though. I mean, you wrote too, baby. Hey, you really wrote that. And then you're proud. Then you almost blew the whole thing by talking crazy. That's what women do, though, see. See, I know them. Yeah, it's not personal. No, baby, it's not personal. SIAM has been through the mill. Mm-hmm. He don't go through no more mills. He has peace. That's what I'm concerned about, my peace being disrupted. You're not going to add to the peace. You're going to bring some confusion to it. Anybody. We got to go. I've sanctified this zone. Man, he don't claimed it. He don't been merciful to me. You know, he brought me to a point in the road where there's a wall, and you can't go no further than either back to where you came from or straight forward. You can't go no other direction. You know, hemmed you in. That's what the hound of heaven, as Dr. Thurman would call him, has done to me. So I'm not playing games on Facebook or off Facebook. And if necessary, I sell this house and go where God tell me to go. Nobody tell me they're not going there because it's too hot or it's too cold. We will do what God say do, or we won't do nothing. That's what I said. I'm not in Senegal now, trapped in some room, locked up where I can't speak, and no one is there to translate for me. And people are spitting in my coffee and urinating in my coffee and won't bring me my bread for breakfast. They didn't do that to me. They did that to Serene Tuba. They did that to Serene Tuba, and they weren't there to protect me. There's no way they shall be blessed, and it's not that I want them not to be. How can you be blessed when you do things that are cursed? Wallahi. Allah Bakna, as you say. You can't get right out of nothing you do wrong. Only a fool keeps doing wrong when they understand the law. You go up to a 40-story building and you leap off because you think you can fly. Unless God don't give you what he gave me in that room, this room that day, you would surely fall 40 stories down, hit the concrete ground. And on that day, you come to know that concrete don't hardly ever move. Assalamu alaikum, those that wish to bless me, blessing some children and know I'm just down to earth and I'm real. I'm not going to be no phony because I graduated from Harvard. I didn't grow up on Harvard. People that looked out for me were gangsters and pimps, what you would call hoes. But those were my mothers and my queens. They taught me I was beautiful. And they taught me to be a man and not no weak wimp. And to stand for what you believe. There's people that other people despise and look down on. Those are the people I want. The ones that don't nobody want to be bothered with in the church, or in the mosque, or in the temple. And I read where I was shy. Islam, Misha, his friends were the publicans and the sinners. I don't think he was sitting around condemning them. I think he was leading them to more of themselves. And I don't think the institutional church liked Yahweh Shah too much. Or he wouldn't have been in the temple beating their asses that day with that whip and running them out and turning over their money-making machine. Don't sound like he was the Jesus that you keep presenting to me. With blonde, stringy hair, bright blue eye, and Caucasoid white skin. And don't tell me I'm a racist because I'm dressing your racism that you went out of the way to paint him white when the Holy Bible told your ass he was black with kinky nappy hair, woolly hair, and his feet was bronze, fire, bronze. Bronze didn't sound white to me. You want to symbolize that? Yeah, you go on. None of those people were from Europe in that region. None of those people there and their descendants came from there. Or they would have been sent away on slave ships like those who came from there were. All of Judah was sent away into slavery and is yet in diaspora. This is why the Orthodox rabbis are rebelling in Palestine, in Jerusalem. Oh, I love Jerusalem. I got some Jewish friends I love. Now, one I really love. I just ain't fooling with his what do you call it? People are in and out with their love for you. There's a word for it, and I usually have it on the tip of my tongue. I don't tip my tongue. It'll come to me as soon as I get off this video. Yeah, 1 minute they're with you. Then the next minute they're questioning you, doubting you, and associating you with. When you send them things to love them and to show them, and they reach for the worst in it, they reach for the negative. They don't hear none of the positive. Duplicitous. Yeah. I don't tolerate that with me. You gotta be singular. When I come in the back door, I don't have 3 or 4 doors. I got one door. I can only wear one pair of shoes at a time. Unless I got 2 sets of feet. Your life is so short and you spend it being liars. Why? Every time you tell a lie, you cancel out your own creative process. You negating. You speaking lies. You thinking lies. So everything around you suddenly starts to become a lie. And then you get to believe in your own lies. Then you get mad at your friends because they won't believe them with you. I won't believe your lies with you. I've been through too much pain, too much hell. Then now all I want to see is paradise and smell it. Because I don't smell hell. I done seen the devil. I done seen the devil. Everybody done seen the devil. But ain't nobody seen God. Oh, Lord. Let me get off of here. This is from my baby in Coogee who told me, my baby in Senegal wrote me some beautiful words today she didn't want me to show. Why? You ashamed of them? Declaring that I'm your husband and I'm your wife and you my wife? Hey. Hey, oh Lord. I'm trying to find a song to sing. I'm not getting the blues. Not bringing out Lucille. I met BB. Yeah. Oh man, I was blessed to meet the great BB King under the strangest circumstances, and I told this story. I opened one night on Mershon Auditorium, biggest stage for Ohio State University. I opened one night. They had me open for Dick Gregory, who I didn't get to meet. I was standing in the wings watching his lecture, and I was standing by this man in the back of his head, and I looked at the side of his head, and it looked like B.B. King. And I knew it wasn't B.B. King because he wasn't on the program, and I knew if B.B. was there, he would surely be on the program. See, our mind tells us certain things, and it becomes truth. And you're not seeing from all 6 points. to make any judgment about nothing, really. So I kept looking at this man, and I didn't want to, you know, he was listening to Dick's lecture, and I didn't want to disturb him, but after a while, I couldn't stand it any longer, and I tapped the man on the shoulder. He was standing right next to me, and he turned around and he says to me, "Yes, great poet Ibrahim Al-Aziz." He had heard me. Listen, I had to open up a dig, and at the end, I was doing the World Record Company, and I just threw the manuscript everywhere, and the manuscript was flying in the air, and all these hundreds of kids, students that is, they were ready to go out and have revolutions. So then Dick came on. I fired him up for Dick Gregory, because I was like an evangelical fire with the three poets of Black Pride, Black Images. I was the evangelist. Garfield was the pastoral, and Navita was the mother womb. One sister and two brothers. We went all over this nation doing our poetry with the Ohio State University Black Choir. And I opened for Dick. Lord have mercy. God blessed me to be able to open it. To me, Dick Gregory is one of the greatest inspirations in my life. Because of Dick's teaching, I went on a 40-day fast when I was at Harvard on behalf of World Hunger. I knew I wouldn't change that, but I had to make a statement about that. I was convicted to, and I had the heavy load of my classes to attend and do this fast at the same time, and it took something that I believed I had within me, and so did Dr. Cox. That's why he coordinated my fast. And I adore that man, that white man, who really did help me find more of me, and really did love me, and was more than my professor. He was my grand master in theology. He said to me one day, "Ibrahim, don't be like all these others, always talking about what God did 4,000 years ago, 1,200 years ago." Harvey taught me, he said, always look to see where God is moving in the world today. Where do you see God moving in the world today, Ibrahim? Habibi, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of that Yahweh Shai, who was the Christ. For it is the power of God unto salvation that led me to the practice and discipline of Islam, so I could become like Jesus. How he was a worshiper of that one God. If you make him God, you will never do what he said when he said, "You shall do greater things than these that you see me doing." Because he couldn't have been talking like that. Because you will never be greater than God. But you can be greater than your grand master. And there is no master that does not want his disciples to be greater than himself. If so, he is a charlatan. And I'm going to close out now, because something just fell off my desk that shouldn't have fell. And that's, my breath is just that strong. We got a poltergeist, and I ain't having none of them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, 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 ooh. We ain't doing no sanitary up in here. No crystal balls up in no Ouija boards, no levitating thing. You know what I'm saying? Something fell. Assalamu alaikum, baby. I love you back. But I'm on you. I'm on you. If I can't teach you, I don't need you. If you can't follow me, I don't need you. If you can't humble yourself, man, what would you say to Serene Sally? What would you say if you were married to him? That's who you would be married. That's who you're married to. You're married to me in your heart. You can't get away if you want to if you're married to me in your heart. No other man will make you feel comfortable. It will make you feel unclean. Look in my eyes. It will make you feel unclean to even associate with another man as meeting me. Only a fool would do that. I know you're not a fool. Carmen's been here and helped me. She's never seen another woman up in here. That's my sister. You need to talk to her when you come if you get. She's gonna be a part of me. Yeah, no, she's my son. I told God to show her. She'll do it in a minute. That's what I'm looking for.